about money, and marriage. What to do about the merging finances? Here with the answers is our money expert, Michael Carlin, financial expert. Thanks for joining us. Good to see
morning.
you as always.
Yes.
So money is the #1 cause of marital problems, right?
Right. You know, lots of times people would say, well, maybe is it someone being annoying or difficult, bringing baggage into marriage. But no, the #1 stressor is money.
Okay.
So we got to figure this out now.
Exactly. So that's why you recommend having a financial checklist before you actually walk down the aisle. Let's talk about what you think belongs on that checklist, starting with just basic talking about money. What does that mean?
Couple things. So growing up, you'll have experiences with your grandparents, your family. Did you grow up wealthy? Did you grow up poor? Those things will help shape you. Talk about it, because it also helps you explain to your partner some of the expectations that you'll be having with money. Same thing with, like, I went through college and I was poor. Those are the kind of things that you're going to want to share because it shaped your money philosophy.
So finding out how they save money, how they spend money. Do they save money? Really important thing to discuss.
Because everyone makes the same assumption that they'll be on the same page. That, once we get married, it'll all work out. But if you don't talk about it beforehand, set those expectations, it could lead to some significant trouble.
All right, let's talk about the second point being don't keep secrets. Who keeps secrets in a marriage? Come on.
Well, okay, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised because people walk in almost all the time with some kind of a financial secret. It could be something like, I inherited money and I didn't tell you about it. I have a secret credit card or a secret bank account. Listen, financial secrets are impossible to keep long term. And when they're found out, it causes significant marital strife. So go ahead and disclose these things up front.
Get it out in the open.
Right.
All right, set long-term goals. What exactly does that mean? Retirement?
Well, sure, yes. But the thing is that married couples, particularly newly ones, they'll just say, let's go for our short-term goals here. Let's pay down our student loans. Let's pay down credit.
Especially if they're in their 20s.
Right. What we encourage you to do is, yes, focus on those things, but not ignoring the long-term plan. It's well known that if you start early, you're going to be financially much better off down the road. So, given that, you're going to want to start planning immediately, and so that way you can have the best long-term plan possible.
All right. What about keep spending with bounds? So basically, you're saying it's okay to spend, but you need to have a sensible plan. What does that mean?
So essentially what happens is that, couples will come in and they'll say, well, we would be doing better if it weren't for that person. We would be saving more if not for him or her. And that's super detrimental and destructive. So what we want you to do is have a budget, discuss the budget, and keep that spending within reason.
How do you, because I know sometimes you end up being a financial counselor for a lot of married couples. How do you sort of get them to walk those fine lines when that is occurring on a regular basis and maybe one of the partners isn't quite hearing this is not how it's supposed to go? Right.
So what we do is with that kind of situation, we deal with the facts and the data. You want to pull that information from online banking. You're going to want to separate to see how you're spending, what categories you're spending in, and then have a real conversation about where are some areas that as a family we can come together and do better.
Okay, so you like to be realistic, and the plan is that some marriages do fail.
Sure.
I mean, you have to plan for that, right?
Yeah.
There's always that chance.
This is the morbid part of the of this discussion. And it stinks, but we all know that more than half of marriages that start fail, and it's even worse with second and third marriages, by the way. So if you talk to any divorce lawyer, you're going to want to do the impossible, and that is you're going to want to talk about getting a prenup before you're married. And that's a
tough conversation, isn't it?
I know. It's a tough conversation for me to have with clients. It's a tough conversation for anyone to have. But if you think about it, the hardest time to talk about separating finances is if you're going through a divorce. Because there's raw emotions, there's feelings, there's hurt. It makes it very difficult to have a conversation about what's best moving forward. The easiest time to do it, believe it or not, is in the beginning of the marriage when things are typically better, the communication should be better. And again, divorce lawyers, if you were to talk to them, they would say the best time to plan for a divorce is before you get married.
You also believe that married couples should keep their assets separate? In what case?
Well, again, yeah, so there's no advice for every couple, but I will say that understand this, is that if you come into the marriage with an asset, let's just say it's a Bank of America checking account or whatever it might be, and it's in your name, and you keep it in your name throughout the marriage. Again, you don't want to keep it a secret, but you keep it in your name throughout the marriage, and you don't commingle assets. That asset would be yours at the end of the marriage. So Automatically putting people, your spouse on your account as soon as you get married may not be the right thing long term for every person. Just understand the implications of putting someone's name on that account. You're commingling that asset, and that if things don't work out, you're separating that asset in divorce.
You've given us a lot to think about, Michael. Right. As always, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And the place to reach him is managethefunds.com. All right, when we come back here on Arizona Daily Mix, affordable Valentine's Day gifts for your sweetie. Don't go away.